ಏಳು ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ
Welcome to Mattavara Do All Institute of Technology. This is a free virtual learning center for everybody. Become an eminent scientist, professor, engineer, innovator in the shortest possible time and in the simplest possible way. Learn free at any place, learn free at any time, learn free at any pace. Good luck, learners. Have a good day. This program is brought to you by Mattavara Do All Institute of Technology, MDAIT. This is the free virtual learning center for everybody. Learn almost everything free and become an eminent scientist, professor, engineer, innovator through Zoom virtual meetings, irrespective of geographical location, with or without the need for constant internet connectivity. Register your name for free webinars. How to register your name for free webinars? It is very simple. Just save the phone number in your mobile and then send your name by WhatsApp, text message, and send your name by email to x9t9@yahoo.com. Please spread this message to all your contacts so that somebody in some corner of the world will get some benefit out of this free, unique, and amazing opportunity. This is an Atmanirbhar Bharata initiative. Go green, save trees. Good luck, viewers. Have a good day. Thanks to Corona for having made this possible. Not only that, you can start your own business entity without investment. We'll provide necessary and sufficient training to do so. Efforts will be made to present the information correctly, clearly, and completely in this presentation. However, every keystroke is itself an important source of error, and therefore the end users are requested to make use of the information provided here at their own risk, fully knowing their own personal limitations, if any. The study material supplied by the learners is exclusively used wherever possible in the presentations so that the learners will be able to learn from the same study material which they have. However, additional explanations, classroom examples, and exercises will be included as and when required to make the subjects more simpler and easier to learn. The video recording of all sessions will be made available to all participants to enable them to go through the same as many times as required in individual cases to become an expert in the topic covered in the lessons. Through the link to YouTube, which is also beneficial to all those who could not join the online session for any reason whatsoever. Donate. Oh, wait. See, we said this is a free virtual learning center for everybody. Certainly, we do not want donations in the form of money, but we need donations in the form of honest opinions, meaningful suggestions, and constructive criticisms to improve the quality and clarity of presentations of the information made during this session, so that they are addressed to the best extent possible during all our future sessions and future programs in the best interest of the learners. So today let us learn something about Samskruta or Sanskrit in English for everybody. As usual, I am not able to see anybody here in my computer. How many are there, please? Hello.
Sir, 3 of us, sir.
Very good. Okay. So let us say you will join a class to learn Samskruta or Sanskrit. It may be a physical classroom, or it may be through audio, or it could be like video like this also. And here, imagine that the teacher is starts telling in Samskruta itself, like what is written here. So I have written as usual in English, using our own code. That is, we use only small letters, 21 numbers, and capital letters, 6 numbers, D, L, N, R, S, T, only these 6. So 21 plus 6, 27 letters only we use and write it, so that we will be able to read the words or sentences in Samskruta or Sanskrit. This one is written as usual using Devanagari script. Those who are familiar with that, they can read this. Otherwise, there is no need to learn the Devanagari script. Those who know the Kannada, they can read, they can write Sanskrit words and sentences like how it is written here. Now, can you read this sentence, please? Please read 3 times, because I have written 3 times there. You can read anyone. Either you can use the English version written here, or the Devanagari script, or the Kannada letters.
Asya sundarasya satrasya arambham mauna patrameva kurmaha. Asya sundarasya satrasya arambham mauna patranena kurmaha. Asya sundarasya satrasya arambham mauna patrena kurmaha.
So here you say, many times what happens, what is written and what we read will be slightly different, because what you say is not we have to read, but whatever is in our mind we will read that one. So here this word mauna prarthanena, see, mauna prarthanena, mauna prarthanena. Of course, this ta we have to make it the bigger ta here. That is a mistake. So, what do you understand from this one, please? What do you understand from this sentence? Rough idea, it may be wrong, does not matter, because we are learning.
Let us learn this in silence. I'm sorry, sir.
It's okay. So, we can try to imagine something like one of the answer could be something like this. Let us start this beautiful session with a silent prayer. So, beautiful Sundarasya session Satrasya Satra Arambam, that is starting, Mauna Prarthanena, means silent prayer. We will do this. Tu means this is Kurma, means we will start with that one, with the prayer. Now you can just close your eyes if you feel it will be better, and you can pray for 30 seconds exactly. So thank you very much. Open your eyes if you had closed. Now I really don't know what you have prayed in the silent prayer. You don't have to tell also, but I will tell you what did I pray. I prayed requesting the God to give you the best lessons using me as a media. That's all. So the lessons coming from the God I will be delivering through me, and he has agreed to make this session a best session. So let us start this beautiful session. सर्वेषां कृते संस्कृतं, सर्वेषां कृते संस्कृतं, सर्वेषां कृते संस्कृतं. So this is told by, imagine that you are attending either a physical class or a video or audio class where the teacher is telling these sentences. So can you read this one 3 times? Anybody, other person also can read.
सर्वेषां कृते संस्कृतं, सर्वेषां कृते संस्कृतं, सर्वेषां कृते संस्कृतं.
Very good. So who is the other person, please? You are there? No. Okay, so what is the meaning of this approximately? It may be right, wrong, does not matter. You have to, you can, so that you will try to get idea of what is that it is there.
Sanskritam for everyone.
See, you are very correct. So exact translation may not be possible because words one word we can replace by so many words. So it means like for everybody there is Samskruta we can use. That's what. Samskruta for everybody, Samskruta for everyone, anything like that. Samskruta for all that we can use. So what about this one? Sarvesham krute Samskrutam. Oh, that same thing only, no? Okay. Samskrutam sarvatra. Samskrutam sarvatra. Samskrutam sarvatra. So can you read this?
Sanskritam sarvatra, Sanskritam sarvatra, Sanskritam sarvatra.
What is the meaning of this? Can you just imagine? Does not matter right or wrong, you can tell. So that you know what we understand by reading this as learners of Sanskrita language.
Sanskritam everywhere.
See, that means you are able to guess correctly. Sarvatra means everywhere. So Samskritam Sarvatra means Samskrita is there for everywhere. It is everywhere and for everybody. Namo Namaha, Namo Namaha, Namo Namaha. Can you read this?
Namo Namaha, Namo Namaha, Namo Namaha.
So what will be the meaning approximately for this?
Welcome, sir.
The meaning of this in Kannada or in English, anything, what we understand. It is in Samskrita. So, what is the meaning of this word Namo Namaha?
Namaskara, Namaskara, or welcome.
So here I was checking and found that There is no exact equivalent in English, but approximately it is something like I bow down, like that. That is, some people follow this I bow down procedure. For example, so this is something like what is I bow down. Some people do the namaskara in this fashion. Namo Namaha means that is what they mean. If there are several people, you see, they will all do this. You might have seen in a Bean's picture, he will go for learning this something like fighting with each other. The teacher wants to give the lesson, so he will come for eating. This person Beans doesn't know what to do. So every time the teacher comes, he was doing this bow down. So the teacher also was doing bow down, and it did not stop. You might have seen that meme, this movie clip. So Namo Namaha Sarvebhyaha, the teacher may say in a class where you attend. So Namo Namaha Sarvebhyaha, Namo Namaha Sarvebhyaha, Namo Namaha Sarvebhyaha. You can read this 3 times.
Namo Namaha Sarvebhyaha, Namo Namaha Sarvebhyaha, Namo Namaha Sarvebhyaha.
What is the meaning approximately we can get from here?
I bow my head for everyone.
Very good. See, I bow down to all of you because teacher has come and is trying to tell all the participants or the students or learners that I bow down to all of you, like that. Next, the teacher may say something like this: Kim aham shravyaha asmi, Kim aham shravyaha asmi, Kim aham shravyaha asmi. Can you read this 3 times?
Kim aham shravyaha asmi, Kim aham shravyaha asmi, Kim aham shravyaha asmi.
Now, what can we understand from this sentence when the teacher is telling like that?
What did I hear?
So here, approximately it is like this. Am I audible? He is asking the students or participants. Kim is what? Like that. Aham, I. Shravya asmi means is it audible? So it is here sentence itself is like a question. So separate what or this one for Kim is not written. Am I audible itself is a question. So approximately this is how it means. So if the teacher says aham shravyaha asmi, this is for an online class. So teacher may be telling only in Sanskrit because class is in Sanskrit. We can learn only when everything is in Sanskrit to start with. So if he says Kim aham shravyaha asmi, that means we understand he is telling am I audible. Okay. He may also ask like this: Aham shravyaha asmi va. Aham shravyaha asmi va. Aham shravyaha asmi va. Can you read this 3 times?
Aham shravyaha asmi va, Aham shravyaya asmi va, Aham shravyaya asmi va.
Aham shravyaha asmi va. So what is the meaning of this one?
Say, am I audible?
This is also like the same thing only. So aham shravyaha asmi va means he is trying to ask the students who are joined online classes, am I audible? So he may also say something like this: Krupaya gapa sapa पेटिकायां गपसप पेटिकायां सूच्यन्तु यत् कृपया गपसप पेटिकायां सूच्यन्तु यत् कृपया गपसप पेटिकायां सूचयन्तु यत्. You may say like this. Can you read this 3 times?
कृपया गपशप पेटिकायां सूचयन्तु यत् कृपया गपशप पेटिकायां सूचयन्तु यत् कृपया गपशप पेटिकायां सूचयन्तु यत्.
What is the meaning approximately you can get from here? Now,
कृपया please tell me where I have stopped the lesson.
no. Okay. Krupaya means it is like request. It may be like please. Here, this word you might have not heard earlier. Gapasapa petikayam. You heard this earlier? Gapasapa petikayam.
No, sir, we have not heard of this word.
This one, in the internet, when you are doing like this, there is something called a chat box. You know? There is a
Yes,
chat
sir.
box where you can put your messages. You can type your message. Is it not? There is something called a what is called that one? Kapasapa Petikayam is the chat box. For chatting, there is a box, you know. So, there if you click, you can type any word or sentence and you can send that word either to all the participants or to the those who organized the program. So, Gapasapa Petikayam means it is the chat box. So, Suchayanto yet. So, this means can you confirm something like with here he has asked earlier, am I audible? He says, please confirm by sending message in the chat box. Now, of course, I am not using chat box. So, therefore, I am giving that if some teacher is telling using this sentence, that means we will understand he is asking us to send a message through the chat box whether you are able to hear him. Is he audible to you? So, please let me know in the chat box. Something like that he is telling. So, Krupaya Gapasapa Petikayam Suchyantu Yet means please let me know in the chat box. So, he may say something like this also. Krupaya Grapasapa Petikayam Suchyanto Yet Aham Shravyaha Asmi Va Na Va. Krupaya Gapasapa Petikayam Suchyanto Yet Aham Shravyaha Asmi Va Na Va. Krupaya Gapashaka Sapa Petikayam Suchyanto Yet Aham Shravyaha Asmi Va Na Va. Can you read this 3 times?
कृपया गपशप पेटिकायां सूचयन्तु यत् अहं श्रव्यः अस्मि वा न वा. कृपया गपशप पेटिकायां सूचयन्तु यत् अहं श्रव्यः अस्मि वा न वा. कृपया गपशप पेटिकायां सूचयन्तु यत् अहं श्रव्यः अस्मि वा न वा.
So, what can we understand from this sentence approximately?
Am I audible? Please confirm. Please confirm in the chat box.
Very good. You see, now you are able to get. Rough idea is like let me know in the chat box whether I am audible or not. Like that you can make. Exact translation not required, but what we understand, that is what is sufficient here. So this is roughly can be translated into, please let me know in the chat box whether I am audible or not. Now this one many people may not understand also correctly. So he may say something like this. Krupaya yes krute y iti tankayanto no krute yan iti tankayanto. Krupaya yes krute y iti tankayanto no krute yan iti tankayanto. Krupaya yes krute y iti tankayanto no krute yan iti tankayanto. In writing that also, here is the, we are using tankayanto is written this way. It can be written like this also for tanka. So that is what is written here. You are able to follow. Writing, printing it forms, it may differ, but this is how we can read. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Now can you read this 3 times?
कृपया यस् कृते वै इति टङ्कयन्तु नो कृते यन् इति टङ्कयन्तु. कृपया यस् कृते वै इति टङ्कयन्तु नो कृते यन् इति टङ्कयन्तु. कृपया यस् कृते वै इति टङ्कयन्तु नो कृते यन् इति टङ्कयन्तु.
Very good. Now what can we get rough idea from this sentence?
If it is yes, please press yes. Otherwise, press N. No for N.
So he is telling he don't want you to write long sentences in the chat box. He says just press Y if it is audible. If I am audible to you, just press Y. If not audible, then type N. That's what he is asking. 1 letter response. So approximately it can be written like, please type Y for yes and N for no. So we are not using chat box because I am not able to see anything in my computer. There is some difficulty. So I am not able to see either the participants or the chat box and other things. So if we are attending someone else's class and if he says like this, that means he is trying to speak only using Sanskrit, not other language, because it is a Sanskrit class and we can learn only when we start using that one. So if he says Krupaya yes krute y iti tankayanto no krute yan iti tankayanto, that means he is trying to tell, what we can understand is, he is trying to tell please type Y for yes and N for no, because he has asked the question earlier, am I audible? So he says please type Y for yes and N for no. Only 1 letter response he wants. So what about this one? Krupaya Mahodaya. Krupaya Mahodayaha. Krupaya Mahodayaha. Can you read this 3 times?
कृपया महोदयः. कृपया महोदयः. कृपया महोदयः.
What can be the meaning of this one approximately?
Please, sir.
Something like that. Krupaya Mahodaya. Krupaya Mahodaya. Krupaya Mahodaya. Can you read this one 3 times?
कृपया महोदया. कृपया महोदया. कृपया महोदया.
So what can be the approximate meaning of this one in
This
English?
is for lady teacher, no, sir?
Maybe whatever you feel you tell, doesn't matter right or wrong, because we have to learn the language. So if there is small mistakes here right there, it doesn't matter.
Please, madam. Please, madam.
Maybe something like that, it can be there. This is there is one thing trying to learn whether the words and sentences are grammatically correct or not, like that. But in usage it will be different. You will understand as we proceed. Now, whether the other student is also there or not there? Only 2 or 3?
One Mr. Gauranga, sir.
Maybe that means you might have logged in and gone out or something like that, I think. Okay. So, Kamala Mahodayah, Kamala Mahodayah, Kamala Mahodayah. Can you read this 3 times?
Kamala Mahodayah, Kamala Mahodayah, Kamala Mahodayah.
Now, what will be the meaning of this?
Kamala Madam.
Now, let us see what it gives here. Mr. Kamala, it says. Okay. It is one of the answers grammatically, because Kamala is not the name of the female person only. I have met several people. It was like this. So, in one program, they were announcing, now there is invocation by Vimala Hasan. So, everybody was looking, maybe some lady will come and sing. A male person came, of course, he sang almost something like this SPB, a beautiful voice. So, his name was Vimala. In Hindi, what they will do, last letter they will make half. So, they make it as Vimal. So, Vimal means it can be male name also, like that. So, there will be some names confusion like that. So, what grammatically means, what we understand will be fine. So, Kamala Mahodaya, suppose we said it is all right, it is not wrong. Grammatically it may mean something, but people will understand. So, therefore, it is okay. So, that is the example. Vimala Mahodaya, Vimala Mahodaya, Vimala Mahodaya. Can you read this 3 times?
Vimala Mahodayah, Vimala Mahodayah, Vimala Mahodayah.
So, what can we understand here?
Mr. Vimala.
Because I already gave the hint. In this case, it was of that kind of a thing. Now, what about this one? Prapula Mahodayah, Prapula Mahodayah, Prapula Mahodayah.
Prapula Mahodayah, Prapula Mahodayah, Prapula Mahodayah. Mr. Prapula.
So here what happens, this is recently I met some person, then he gave me his number. I asked him, what is your name? He said Prapula. So generally Prapula means we assume it is lady name, but his name is that one. As I told you, he said then, ಈಗ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಫುಲ್ ಅಂತ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್, he said. So there will be names, it will be confusing. See, for example, Manohara, it can be a male name or a female name also, is it not? So if the Hindi person is reading the name, he will read it as Manohar. So Manohar means it may be male. In Kannada, same thing, Manohara means it can be lady also. What about this? Girisha Mahodaya.
Mahodaya, Girisha Mahodaya, Girisha Mahodaya.
What about
Mrs.
this? What can we understand?
Mrs. Girisha.
Oh, see how you got you got the hint. So it can be like this, and grammatically it may be like this also. Okay. And Maybe here the lady name may be like Uma Girish, like that it can be there. Girish may be a father's name or it may be spouse name, like that. So it can be like this. If it is father's name, nowadays, they will not write MRS, they write only MS. Means name should not indicate whether an individual is married or not, like that. So they will write only MS. What about this?
Girish Mahodaya, Girish Mahodaya, Girish Mahodaya, Miss Girish.
Let us see what it is there. So it is Miss Girisha, can be Kannada, or Hindi name, or this one means last letter will be read half only, so it can become Girish also. What happened? What about this?
Gopal Mahodaya, Gopal Mahodaya, Gopal Mahodaya, Miss Gopal.
Now, they may write like this also. If that Gopal is name of the husband, so they may write Mrs. Gopal, like that also they can say. Mrs. Karnal, Mrs. Shastri, like that they will say like that. What about this one?
Sadhu Sadhu, Sadhu Sadhu.
So here actually this is a typing mistake. It is not sad, it is sadhu. So this symbol we have to change and write it as do. So what is the meaning approximately, if you have any idea?
Okay.
So it means okay, all right, good, very good, good, like that. That means the teacher asked you there, that is in the chat box, type Y for yes and N for no. So people will be typing and he will be watching the chat box also. He will have facility. Then maybe let us say some people have put yes, some people maybe N also, but he will not consider those who have typed N, and he will look at the number of Y's which are more there, and he will say sadhu sadhu. Sadhu sadhu means okay, very good, okay, all right, that kind of a translation. So we can use like this. What about this?
Uttamam, Uttamam, Uttamam.
What is the
Very
meaning?
good. Very good.
So we can say very good, or it could be excellent also. Excellent, uttamam, very good. That is also. What about this?
Ati Uttam, Ati Uttam, Ati Uttam. Very good.
So the teacher looking at the chat box, because more people have typed Y, and he has confirmed that what he is speaking is audible to the participants. He may say Ati Uttam. That means it also means the same thing as very good. What about this? Samichinam, Samichinam, Samichinam. Can you read
Samichinam, Samichinam, Samichinam.
this?
Correct.
What is the meaning of this?
Correct.
It can be correct, all right, very good, excellent, all that we can use. That means there will be several words which give the same meaning approximately, which you can use. So some people, they want to use different words while speaking or writing something which give the same meaning, because they want to remember several words which give the same meaning. So that way, for one person, he may say Samichinam, some other person he may say Sadhu Sadhu, some other people he may say Uttamam, Uttamam, for another person he may say Ati Uttam, like that. All meaning approximately same thing only. So it also means appropriate, like that also you can use the same word. Now, what is this one? Can you read?
Samichina Suchana. Samichina Suchana. Samichina Suchana.
So
Can
here,
this be?
yeah. So here,
Can this be noticed?
this one is the typing is wrong. It should be like this. Samichi only, not chi. It is chi. Samichina, 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 Suchana. What is the meaning of this?
Sir,
Approximately.
can this be notice bold?
Anything, let us say. Approximately, the meaning can be taken something like this. A good suggestion indeed. A good suggestion. That much also we can write. Suchana means he is trying to give some information. That information may be like suggestion. And this one is a good suggestion. That means some people may ask there, we are not hearing little the volume increase, like that email. They may be suggesting. So in that case, the teacher may say there, Samichina Suchana. That means a good suggestion. So he may increase the volume in his device so that others participants can become audible. Now, whether other person has joined, there was a sound. No? Otherwise, we will continue. Mama.
Only 3 of us only.
Yeah, I don't know who is the third person. Maybe he has logged in and gone out, I think. Oh, okay. Mama arogyam samichinam nasti. Mama arogyam samichinam nasti. Mama arogyam samichinam nasti. Can you read this 3 times?
Mama arogyam samichinam nasti. Mama arogyam samichinam nasti. Mama arogyam samichinam nasti.
Yeah. What can be approximately you can understand from this sentence? This,
my health is not all right.
Something like that you can get. You see, the teacher may say that today I am not well. So he may say, Mama arogyam samichinam nasti. He is trying to tell the students. So it means approximately I am not well, I am not okay, I am not healthy. Like that, approximately you can take. Exact translation we should not try, because one word will have several meanings. We must try to get the approximate idea what that sentence is telling us. That is how we can understand the sentences when somebody is speaking in Samskruta language. But any language, it is like that only. So he can also say like this, my health is not all right. Mama arogyam samichinam nasti. He may say, my health is not all right. You can read this 3 times.
Mama arogyam samichinam nasti. Mama arogyam samichinam nasti. Mama arogyam samichinam nasti.
Typing here that we have to change. It is not the long chi, it is chi, only like this. So here it is correct. This one we have to correct it. Read this one.
Mama arogyam समीचीनम् अस्ति. मम आरोग्यं समीचीनम् अस्ति. मम आरोग्यं समीचीनम् अस्ति. My health is good.
So if he says naste, it is not good. Asti means it is good. So that is what we can understand like this. So one is listening to the Sanskrit words when somebody is speaking, reading these Sanskrit words when we are having something to read, then trying to understand approximately what that sentence is trying to tell. So after going through several of them, we will be able to understand clearly, correctly, completely. Initially, doesn't matter if we are not able to get exact equivalent grammatically, spelling wise, etc. Information we should understand, that's all. Pratidinam sarvata aham sustah bhavati. Pratidinam sarvata aham sustah bhavati. Pratidinam sarvata aham sustah bhavati. Can you read this 3 times?
प्रतिदिनं सर्वथा अहं सुस्तः भवति. प्रतिदिनं सर्वथा अहं सुस्तः भवति. प्रतिदिनं सर्वथा अहं सुस्तः भवति.
Now can you guess what could be the meaning in the English there?
Can this be every day? Every day I am feeling tired.
Sometimes this is what happens. But here sustaha means it is something like feeling. Okay. So the meaning is something like this. Every day, in every way, I am feeling better and better. Like that. That is the meaning here. So if you tell this several times, like in any language, maybe English also, every day in every way, I am feeling better and better. Every day in every way, I am feeling better and better. Like that. Or pratidinam sarvata aham sustah bhavati in Sanskrit. It means I am finding improvement every day in myself. That is the approximate meaning. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
And if you try this several times, compare yourself, what was yesterday and today how it is. You must feel that you are making some advancement, improvement, better performance, things like that in whatever work that you are doing. What was done yesterday, what I am doing today. Is there any improvement in what I have done today compared to yesterday, previous day, anything like that. So this we keep it in mind means, and every day we measure. This is a measuring instrument. So we will find out whether actually we are progressing or not. So we will, a small increment in understanding better will be a better one. What about this one? Can you read?
नैक धन्यवादाः, नैक धन्यवादाः, नैक धन्यवादाः.
What is the meaning approximately?
Naika means thank you very much.
We don't know. Let us see. You are able to really guess correctly. That is what. So thank you very much. Instead of that, the teacher may be telling using Samskruta like Naika Dhanyavadaha. That means that teacher is interested only in using Samskruta words, Samskruta sentences in the Samskruta learning class for students. He don't want to use any other language. So in fact recently I got a book in that one, only the Samskruta was there. I asked him why they have not included at least a English sentence or like that. He said, then you will read only that English one and not the Samskruta. You see? So therefore, sometimes there will be books which are written in Samskruta. So we will be able to read knowing the either the Devanagari script or the Kannada script, how it is written there, or approximately the type of the code that I have given. See, what I am giving the code, this is not there in anybody anywhere else, because they use something like apostrophe, putting a dot above, below, etc. like that. So all that I want to avoid. So therefore, I have selected only 21 lowercase letters and 6 uppercase letters, which will become totally 27 letters only. And this one approximately coincides with the number of stars considered in astrology. It may be a Kakataliya Nyaya. Exactly, it's not come. When I counted, it became finally 27. Okay. So, Naika Dhanyavadaha, Naika Dhanyavadaha, Naika Dhanyavadaha means thank you very much. Now, the teacher may be telling, Agame Sanivasare Prataha Nav Vadane Militva Bhavishyamaha. Agame Sanivasare Prataha Nav Vadane Militva Bhavishyamaha. Agame Sanivasare Prataha Nav Vadane Militva Bhavishyamaha. So, can you read this 3 times?
Agami Shanivasare Prataha Navavadane Militva Bhavishyamaha. Agami Shanivasare Prataha Navavadane Militva Bhavishyamaha. Agami Shanivasare Prataha Navavadane Militva Bhavishyamaha.
See, when you read first time, there is some little difficulty. Second time, it is little easier. Third time, it is more fluent. Is it not? So,
correct, sir.
Yeah, that is why you must try to read several times, write several times, and also speak several times. Then what happens? Pronunciation increases, improves, and there will be more fluency will come also like that. So now, what is approximately the meaning of this one?
Coming Saturday morning, we will meet
At 9 o'clock, like that. Is it not?
Yeah.
So approximately what I have put is, we will meet next Saturday at 9 a.m. So the answer need not be exactly same word by word, character by character, sentence by sentence like that. Approximately what you can get idea from this message, that is more than enough, because when learning the language, if the teacher is only speaking in Samskruta, then we have to understand every word we may not be knowing, but picking up some of the words, we can understand what he is trying to tell. Is it okay? Yes, now, why I am trying to write here the same thing what I want to speak and tell also is because if there is only audio lesson, then it will become very difficult to understand, because here you are able to read also. You will be listening to me, plus you will also read what is on the screen. So what I am telling and what is on the screen is one and the same. Then you will be able to follow either the audio part or the whatever is visible on the screen. Both are possible. Is it not? For example, if I give a dictation, you can write on your paper if you have a paper and pen or something like that. You have any book, paper, pen, something like that?
Yes, sir.
You can write like this. Write a sentence. It is in English. Okay? Sentence in English. This was what the professor of physics gave us one day as a dictation. So the sentence what he gave was 20 horses have 44 legs. 20 horses have 44 legs.
Okay.
20 horses have 44 legs.
Okay, sir.
Your written, you can read
Thank
it
you,
3
sir.
times.
20 horses have 44 legs. 20 horses have 44 legs. 20 horses have 44 legs.
So now he asked us, just like what we learned earlier in the chat box, type Y for yes, N for no. He said, just tell whether this sentence in English, what I have dictated, is a true or a false one. True or false. Say true or false.
False.
So what happened? Several students, they said false only. Only about 2 or 3 out of 60 students said it is true, like that. Then the majority was that 57 students. They said, sir, we are learning in Kannada medium. English we are finding it extremely difficult. So Kannada means we can understand better. So you can tell us something in Kannada, then we will do it. That is the point of time where he wrote it also on the board, that Tripadi, what I told you in the previous class. That is, Parvata Shile Palgarayal, Pasuvu Sisuvam Padayal, Brahmana Kage Mamsavatinnal, Yen Ascharya. Now you see, in the other case, it was an audio, only dictation. It was not written on the board. And we said, we don't know English because we are Kannada medium students. Kannada means we can somehow manage, we can understand. Then he wrote that poem on the board and asked us, now you write the summary for this particular poem. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Then whatever we write, he did not accept. It is all the 60 students gave different answers. Only English dictation, the 3 students said it is correct. And here everybody said we are not able to. Whatever we give, he was telling it is wrong. Then he said, you ask the Kannada Pandit whenever he comes to your class next time. Then Kannada Pandit said, see, for bringing something like the rhyme in the reading sentences, some musical tone like that. So the poets will use some methodology of arranging words in different lines. This type of a poem is called a Tripadi in Karnataka. That means every line have only 3 words. And he told us one poet has written a poem using only 3 different letters of the Kannada language. Only 3 letters. And he has written several poems. But of course, we did not ask him all about that, and he did not tell us. Then he said, whatever is written is something. The poet has got something in his mind when he wrote that one. We have to try to understand by thinking or imagining what may be the information that was in the mind of the poet who wrote this. Then he said, see, Parvata Shile, that is only way to understand. Then Palgarayal Hasuvo, that is another information. Then Sisuvam Padayal Brahmana is another one. Kage Mamsavatinnal is another one. So 4 sentences he has put in Tripade, which has 3 words in every line and 3 lines in every poem. Yenacharya is the last word for that poem. That is what he told us. So if you are learning like English, what do you think the 3 students who told 20 horses have 44 legs as correct? Can you imagine about that one?
Each horse has 4 legs. 20 Each
20
horse has
horses.
4 legs.
20 horses have 44 legs.
Correct.
Can you say whether it is true or false? 20 horses have 44 legs.
Yeah.
True or false? Because in our class, 57 people said false. 3 students told true. You are able to imagine what could be the meaning of that sentence? 20 horses have 44 legs.
Sentence is correct, sir.
Huh?
Sentence is correct.
How? So if you want a hint, I will give one more sentence. 30 horses have 64 legs. Whether you want one more hint? 40 horses have 84 legs.
Maybe some few horses may be having 5 legs, huh?
No. So here, when it is written on the board, see, reading or speaking or dictating is like 20 horses have 44 legs. When it is written on the board, 20 horses, they will write TWENTY. Horses is HORSES. 44, they will write FORTY FORE LEGS.
Oh. Okay.
You are able to follow?
Yes,
so,
sir.
When we were studying Kannada medium, that much English we do not know that there is something like 4 FORE means Mundina Kalu.
Mundina Kalu.
Mundina Kalugulu. 4 aft legs. Aft means Hindin Kalu.
No.
If the same sentence was 20 horses have 40 aft legs, then people were thinking about what is aft. Is it not? So, correct, like that, whether it is English or Kannada or any other language also, reading only, this dictation or oral, only audio program, the word told may be something and what is written will be different. See, another example the Kannada Pandit gave us was, the father told the son who was studying in the first standard to go to that Govindappa shop and bring these 2 items. You can write it if you want. Then he said, no, I can remember, you tell what you want to bring. He said, you bring Menasu Jirige. You tell the Govindappa that I have sent, that we want Menasu Jirige. He will give, you bring it. He did not tell whether it is 50 gram, 100 gram like that. So this man, he went to the shop. He was just in second standard. He was not able to read a word having 3 letters or more. Only 2 letters he was knowing. Yada, Bala. Yada, Bala. Like that. Two letters. Mara. Like that. So when he went to the shop, the student asked Govindappa, give Mena. So, candle. So the shopman gave him some Mena. Then he asked Suji. He gave a needle. Then he said, I want Rige. So Rige, now Govindappa confused. What is this Rige? Now I should not send back that what is Rige, because his father may not agree with me. ಅಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ವ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು. So therefore, generally people will say something like Kasavarike, they will say, for that sweeping broom.
Mm-hmm.
So he gave a broom also and sent. So when the father saw these 3 items, he asked, I only asked you to bring 2 items, but you are bringing these 3 which are altogether different. So this is where learning any language, the students will come across practical difficulties. You are able
Correct,
to
sir.
follow?
Yes, sir.
So I thought today's lesson, how to present it. Unfortunately, there was a power failure while preparing this lesson. So
No.
I was thinking whether power will come or not. I am preparing this from morning 1:30 today,
Oh.
and up to 8:50 there was no power in this area. Then
No.
how to do? I am not able to communicate also.
No.
By chance, at 8:55 the power came.
Oh.
So then I thought, okay, we are at least able to reach up to this place. That is, Agami Shanivasare Pratah Navamvadane Militva Bhavishyamaha. At least you are able to reach up to this slide in preparing. So that is where we are. Can you read this sentence 3 times?
आगामि शनिवासरे प्रातः 9 मिलित्वा भविष्यामः. आगामि शनिवासरे प्रातः 9 मिलित्वा भविष्यामः. आगामि शनिवासरे प्रातः 9 मिलित्वा भविष्यामः.
That means we will meet next Saturday.
Next Saturday at 9 a.m.
At 9 a.m. doing same thing. The other person, can you read also 3 times?
आगामी शनिवारे प्रातः 9 मिलित्वा भविष्यामः. आगामी शनिवारे प्रातः 9 मिलित्वा भविष्यामः. आगामी शनिवासरे प्रातः 9 मिलित्वा भविष्यामः.
See, now this type of a class if we make, then one is whatever the sound produced I am speaking, it is audible for you and it is understandable. But what I am trying to tell, that same thing I have put in the screen also, using our own code, using that simple 27 letters only. See here, the capital letter S is used because we wanted this type of a sha here, this type of a sha. So if it is this sa, then small s or lowercase letter s is enough, like that. So I have made this my own coding so that we will use only 21 of these lowercase letters like this and 6 of the uppercase letters. 6 of the uppercase letters are D, L, N, R, S and T. So these 27 letters only I have used. So those who do not know Devanagari script will be able to read here. Those who do not know Kannada also can read from this and learn Samskruta. And how to understand, I am trying to give here in one forum. It need not be exactly same thing. If it is something slightly different but giving the same meaning, it is okay. That is how we have to learn the subject. So whether you like this lesson today?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here equal participation is required. See, if you just log in and go away, anyway we are getting the video.
No, I'm not able to speak. Your voice is very feeble.
Is it? But everybody is getting with the same. Is it so small? But I tested my speaker. It is giving sufficiently bigger volume only. That means you have to increase the volume or what? I do not know. So that is why I want to know what exactly is the thing, because I will not be able to understand. So what is it, the same problem with the other student also?
I am able to hear, sir.
That is why. That is to check all this only, I give opportunity for students to speak also, because I am able to hear whatever you speak correctly, clearly, completely. So what I am speaking, Well, how you hear, I will not know, because that your volume and other adjustments that you have to make. Otherwise, whoever speaks other side, I am getting good volume. It is there. And important thing is, you have to speak near the mouth, this mic. Mic should not be more than 2 inches away, because they are all called something called, it's a type of mic. One is, they will call it as condenser microphone, and another one, there is a name. If it is more than 2 inches away, the what we speak will not be picked up by the mic. That is the problem. So some mics are there, they are called 360-degree mics. So they will pick up the signs, symbols from the different things. You might have seen the cows in villages. Have you seen? There, if sound is there, they will turn the ears to that direction to hear. Have you seen that one? Cows.
Oh, yes, sir.
Cows, when they listen, they will turn the ear to the direction of the sound. Then they will listen. So these mics are also called directional microphones. Directional. That means if you hold in front of the mouth, something like about 2 inches from the mouth, then they will be able to pick up the signal. Suppose you hold the mic but turn to the left or right and speak, they will not, because they are directional mics. That is what the word I was trying to search for to you. Just now I told you. So therefore, if mic is too far away, then what it picks up will be not sufficient strength. So the other person will not be able to hear. But I am able to hear both of you with a good volume only, without my changing the setting. Because in the beginning, you see, there is a check for mic and speaker when you enter the Zoom. So there you can check. There in the mic, if you click and speak, first it will record what you are speaking. When you stop speaking, it will reproduce. So you will be able to understand what the volume is there, whether you have to increase the volume or decrease the volume. Similarly, speaker means if you click there, it will produce the typical sound. That sound you can again see whether that volume produced by the speaker is sufficient or you want to increase it. There is a button to increase the volume. So you can, once it is set, only one time you have to set in using the Zoom. In one time if you set that setting, the Zoom will remember, and every time it will produce the same amount of the speaker output and also pick up the same volume of the sound that is spoken. If you are using the same mic and this what you call earphone, that set, that is what is important. You can check that one. Then we will meet next Saturday at 9 a.m. Will it be okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
See, your voice is coming with a really loud voice for me. No problem, because one time you have to set up. When you are in the Zoom, there is a check speaker and mic. There is a option. There, if you click and adjust your volumes, you have to do only once when you are using Zoom, and for all future things, it will remember that setting. And then what happens? Whenever you log in, you get the same setting, and it is audible as well as what you speak is audible to others also. So you can check that one. Then any help is required, I will certainly do it. Okay. So hope you have enjoyed the session as much as I enjoyed.
Yes,
And
sir.
and we will meet
Yes, sir.
आगामी शनिवासरे प्रातः 9:00 मिलित्वा भविष्यामः. So
sir, the homework is just to, we have to write the lesson, correct, sir?
Yeah, you go through all this, write it at least once or twice, thrice, depending on that. What happens, then many times when you are not able to pronounce, we will be able to write it. For example, in examination also, some word I forgotten the spelling. Now I was worried about how to, because if I do not know the spelling, alternative was that word I never used in the exam, I used an equivalent word. But when I tried to write the answer, the hand wrote the correct spelling. Because you see, when we are writing several times, this hand is a peripheral device. It has got its own memory, because several times you have done, it will remember. So, spelling of a word, when we are not able to remember, trying to write it, the hand will write very correctly, correct spelling only. So, that I experienced. So, and also, all our teachers were telling, one time writing is equal to 10 times reading. So, instead of reading 10 times, if you write one time, it is enough. That means if you write 10 times, then it is equal to reading 100 times. Afterwards, everything will be in your mind. Then you don't need paper, book, pencil, anything like that. So that is why in primary school, they were asking us to write 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, like that. So once we do that, all these words will be remembered. We don't have to go for learning separately what is the grammar, am I writing correctly, am I speaking wrongly, doesn't matter. If the words are present, we will try to understand what approximately the translation could be, whether it is conveying the message originally intended or not, like that. And when you keep on learning something new, we will be able to accumulate additional words, etc., and that we will be able to use it. So that is how children will learn. They won't go for looking at a grammar book or dictionary, finding the meaning, etc. I think I also prepared something like no, I prepared something, but I could not enter. It is because this power went off. So otherwise, I was giving some more idea. Okay, we'll stop here. We'll continue next Saturday at 9 o'clock. So sharply, you can join 1 or 2 minutes early. I will join maybe 2 or 3 minutes early, because I will just read that beginning 4 or 5 slides. It is for those who could not attend the session for any reason whatsoever online, and also for those who are new to view this video, because abruptly if we start from somewhere, it will not be correct. That is why I try to do that. So we'll stop here. So practice it, reading several times. I will send the video also. I will send you copy. Repeat it, reading this 3 times at least, like that, and maybe some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, how much you can write it, so that your writing also will be improved, and also reading speed also will increase, so that we'll be able to read small stories written in Samskruta, things like that. So as we proceed further, we will learn more and more and more. Okay?
Okay,
Thank you.
sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. I will make you the lessons more interesting and more useful. Nothing to
Okay.
worry. Best lessons I will try to give. I hope I played God in 30 seconds. And he said he agreed to give the best lesson through me. And I really enjoyed, because I was listening to my own words also. And I hope it was interesting for you also.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yes, sir.
So the other person, kindly check that speaker and mic setting.
Yes, sir.
So that once if you set it, then you don't have to change it anytime later in the Zoom. You have to go
No,
to
when I
that.
started, sir, when I started, it was okay. But suddenly I got a phone call. After that, everything became feeble.
Otherwise, see, now I am listening to you very clearly only. So only one time you have to set the mic and speaker in the Zoom. Once it is done, afterwards it will remember that setting, and same setting it will give you.
Yeah. Sir, for new people to join, it is asking passcode.
There, you see what happens, the Zoom is there,
Ah.
the software once it is prepared, it is not permanent. Daily they will be getting complaints from the users about some portion not working. So they keep on updating it to improved version. It is a continuous process. So what happens, the version they had may be different from the version which is currently available. So in my system, the latest Zoom, what is available, it will get automatically updated because I have kept that option as automatic update whenever changes has come. So what those people have to do is they will have to uninstall the Zoom in their device and install it fresh again.
Okay.
When doing that, it will ask what is your email ID, what is your password. You have to give some email ID which you have and a password which is separate for Zoom only, not for anything else. You don't have to give your regular email ID password. So regular email ID is a must. And password you give something for Zoom and you remember it. You write it down somewhere and remember. Once it is done, then clicking my link, directly it opens. It will not make any changes. So if that versions are different, then it may ask for the this either your email ID, the password it may ask, if at all it asks, or it may ask anything else like that. So you can ask them to
uninstall and install again.
Uninstall the Zoom and install fresh. At that time, it will be asking for email ID and password. You give something and you remember that one. Write it somewhere so that next time you can use the same thing. Then whenever you click the link, it automatically allows you to join because the version that I am using and version that the recipient will be using will be one and the same. So there will be understanding. Otherwise, now you saw the differences like 20 horses have 44 legs, etc. like that. So my version is something, but the recipient's version of the Zoom is some other one, old version. So it finds difficulty in understanding the message. So that is what they can try it. Otherwise, they can put me message in my WhatsApp number. Then I will try to give one more connection for them separately and see whether we can sort it out if there is difficulty.
Okay.
So I will send the video also. Maybe it will take about 3 to 4 hours, depending on this network, etc. And you can forward it to anybody so that whoever is interested in any corner of the world, they will be able to get some benefit out of this. I want to make this the best lesson which nobody else can give in this fashion because
so what about the astrology course?
Astrology I will do, but this what happened, nobody is responding, you see. I gave some small exercise also, so nobody responded. If somebody comes, and here what happens, here many people in the beginning they joined, they did not come because they feel sitting for 3 hours or 2.5 hours is difficult. So I am making it to reduce it to 1 because here I can reduce for 1 hour or 40 minutes or 2 hours like that. There is no problem. But there, see, next I wanted to teach after, if the people have understood the timing of events, then I wanted to teach about compatibility or horoscope matching. So unless we spend 2.5 to 3 hours, the chapter we cannot complete. So probably my earlier videos are already there in this one, when you click any of this astrology thing, it will come there. So some people might be going through that like that. But you see, every lesson I will make improvement. Previous lesson and today's lesson, there will be improvement because any difficulty, spelling mistake and other things, what I notice now, what I could not notice at the time of preparation. That is also because sometimes this computer, it will make auto corrections. That means it is not allow me to keep whatever I type, but it will try to put a different letter or word like that. So I am trying to check that one also. So therefore, if you want to keep a lesson on, say, matching of horoscopes, anywhere between 2.5 to 3 hours is necessary. So what is the best time if you say suitable for, say, at least both of you, then I don't mind. I will keep 3 hours lesson and prepare the best lesson and I will give you. I don't have to repeat what I have already done earlier. It will be a much improved lesson and you will be able to understand very clearly, very correctly, very completely. There will be no problem in that. Will it be okay?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you can sometime we'll fix that also, and I will make you, because there my purpose was in 8 classes of 3 hours each, you should become an expert astrologer. That is my aim. So there it needs at least 3 hours per chapter, because less than that chapter cannot be completed. So that is why I don't mind whether others are coming or not. If you are coming and willing to sit for roughly 3 hours, anytime I will arrange, no problem. I will send a Zoom link. You can join at that time. Maybe I will send 1 or 2 days early so that you can keep the 3 hours free for this purpose. Will it be okay?
We'll do that.
Huh?
We'll attend.
Yeah. So then I will give best lesson. I will give so that you will be able, you can do it the work from the next day itself. No problem. And you don't have to ask for money anybody. They will give you more than what you otherwise ask.
Yes.
One of my student, I told you, his name was Basavaraj. After 3 classes, he started getting 150 plus people to his house asking for fixing muhurta and timing of events and matching of horoscope like that. So the whole day he was working, because he applied for job in Dubai and he left the job in Pune where he was working. The gap was 3 months. So he was preparing all other things so that if he goes out, how the family will have to manage, etc., like that, to make arrangement. So he came to me. Then I said, 8 days you come to me, 3 hours, you will become expert. And I promised him, after 3rd day you can start doing what astrologer can do. So he was whole day he was working after my 3 hours class. And next day I always ask, was there anything that was not clear? Any doubts are there? He was telling no, everything, because nobody has told me so far I have doubts here, there, like that. Because whatever is possible, I will try to make it correct, clear, and complete. But still, if something is there, I will tell them, please write the doubts if you can get immediately on paper, because you should not forget it. Now facility is there, you can send it by WhatsApp, so that in the next lesson I will correct those features, whatever you want, to make them more clear, more correct, more complete. Will it be okay?
Yeah, it's okay. So is it possible for us to meet you in person?
No, person meeting is not possible. But this is like person meeting person only. No, only thing is in Zoom even we can see the face also. But unfortunately, my system, I had one computer and that system it said we cannot update it to the new version. So it was working on that XT system. So it cannot take up this Windows 10, 11. It cannot take, and without that, many of these software do not work. So I purchased a new computer for this exclusively for this making classes. Here it is working excellent. There is no doubt about it. And presentation and video, this recorded video, everything comes fine. But in this system, I am not able to see how many participants are there, who are there, whether their camera is open or off. Like that, I am not able to see. So, but as far as my screen is visible to you fully, and what I am speaking is you are able to hear correctly. And what I want to speak, I am also writing the same thing in the screen also, because you can read it and understand if audio is some difficulty is there in following. So therefore, when it is serving the purpose. So I don't want to change the setting here, because if I set it, if something happens and then it may stop working, I am afraid of that. So, but this Zoom, there was an option in the computer. Shall we update it as and when the modification is there? I said yes there. So automatically it gets updated to the new version of the Zoom that comes. So those who have the old version and the new version, matching is a problem. See, one end there is a 3-pin plug, another end there is a 2-hole socket. So it becomes problem. One of them will not be there, So that kind of a thing. So there, adapter you have to make so that it will match us for that one. Same thing happens if a equipment is purchased abroad and we are using in India. The matching of the plug points, etc., will be different. So that we have to reset. So that's why those who have difficulty in getting connected, they can uninstall and reinstall freshly, giving a user ID and password when it asks. Then once the latest versions are added, just clicking the link, it will automatically connect. No other thing is required. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, we'll stop here and we'll meet next Saturday at 9 o'clock. I will be joining in time only. So you can also join in time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, so please write it as many times as you find time like that. And you can send by WhatsApp to me so that I will know something is going on.
Okay, sir.
Okay? And
Okay,
any
sir.
difficulty is there, I will know. I will try to correct it in the next session there. Before continuing the lesson, you can clarify any doubts are there within what we have learned. And we have to learn only step by step, one
Okay,
step at a time. Then it will become expert. You will become expert in no time.
okay, sir.
Then maybe later on we can sit for whole day also. I don't mind. I have taught people from morning 8 a.m. to the night 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock like that. Although we are telling from 8 to 8, people coming from even 40 kilometers away, something like Faridabad and other things, to Delhi, they were sitting up to the last end. And once we are concentrating on learning, we will not look at the watch. So how the time goes, we will not know. But we were keeping something like lunch break and the tea break, etc. there, something like about every 3 hours, like that, approximately. So nothing to worry. I will make everything correctly complete. We'll meet next week. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
So this program is brought to you by Matavara Dual Institute of Technology. This is the free virtual learning center for everybody. You can become an eminent professor, a scientist, an engineer, or innovator in the shortest possible time and in the simplest possible way. Learn free at any place. Learn free at any time. Learn free at any pace. Thanks to Corona for having made this possible. This is an Atmanirbhar Bharata initiative. So you can send your name either by WhatsApp to 9844027371 or send your name by email to this x9e9@yahoo.com so that we can send you the link for participation in the virtual program. So thank you and welcome.